how to silence the mind. Okay, so we talked a bit about this last week. I want to be a little bit more pragmatic this week, or 2 weeks ago. How to silence the mind. Japa. It's the answer, always. Because like 2 weeks ago, we talked about how our path isn't a path of destruction. It's a path of inclusion, actually. And so we don't silence the mind by destroying it. We do not silence it by destroying it. We silence the mind by offering it to God. We're saying this mind exists, obviously, because I have one. And now I'm going to give it to you, Lord. And why is the mind active in the first place? Because of negativity. The mind is by nature self-centered, self-absorbed, self-centric. And this self-absorption or this self-centric paradigm is only, or how do you say, strengthened and sustained by negativity. Because negativity is also self-centric, self-absorbed. Fear, for example. Why is fear self-centric? Because it's about my life. I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to lose my computer or my whatever. It's about me losing something. Or I don't know what's going to happen. Right? It's self-centered. Greed, obviously. It's my phone. I don't want to lose my phone. Lust. It's I want my desire to be fulfilled. It's I don't even need to know your name. Just you will fulfill me. Finished. Okay, there's the door. All this type of negativity is self-centered. And so this energy, this vibration of self-centeredness, of limitation, feeds the limited mind, feeds the self-centered mind. But japa, the name of God is God. And it's actually beyond positivity, right? So positivity is sort of the opposite, trying to be, it's positivity is sattvic, it's trying to be spiritual, okay? But God is beyond such things. And so the name of God is by nature the other-centered, okay? So the mind or a negative person is self-centered, but the one who loves is the other-centered. So God, who is love itself, is always the other-centered. So when we do japa, automatically our mind becomes the other-centered. And so when our mind is the other-centered, when we're full of love, because the name of God is God, God is love, so the name of God is love. When we become the other-centered, the mind automatically cannot exist. Automatically, it is silent. So how to silence the mind? Do japa. 16 rounds every day. Tulsidas, that is impossible. It's not. Chant out loud. And you can chant semi-fast, right? Chant when you're going on a walk. Chant when you're driving. It is possible to do 16 rounds in a day. This is what Babaji has asked all of us to do. This is what Guruji has asked all of us to do. It is possible. And by chanting 16 rounds every day, something clicks in our brain, and automatically we begin to be the other-centered. And so automatically our mind is silent. Another practical tool to silence the mind is to feel. Become more aware of the feeling, even the physical body. How does your physical body feel? How do you feel inside? Are you happy? Are you sad? Thought and feeling are opposite. The more we think, the less we feel. And we know this, right? So the more we're wrapped in our head, the less we're aware of our body, the less we're aware of what's happening around us. We become very ungrounded. But the more we feel, the less we think. And the more we become grounded, the more we become in the moment. Now, why is it important to become in the moment? Because it seems like being grounded and loving are seemingly opposite things. No, they're not. Because this moment is a loving manifestation of God. This moment right now. We do not need to add anything. Everybody, become aware of how your butt feels on the seat. Okay, guess what? That feeling is God. Everything is a part of God. We don't need to fly away. We don't need to go to heaven to feel God. Right now is God. And the point is when we start to go on the path of bhakti, one pitfall we have is we become often very ungrounded. We begin to fantasize a lot, which is normal. Because when we fall in love with somebody, we also fantasize a lot, right? So it's normal. But the point is, true love is something we can only feel, experience right now. We can remember what love felt like, and we can imagine what love will feel like. But to be in love, we must be now. So, how to silence the mind? Do your japa. And feel. Feel, 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 feel. That's it. And if we do that, God will take care of the rest. Because the name of God is God. And just by chanting, everything is taken care of. There's not much else we have to do except be patient. Which, for us Americans, is difficult. One person asked Guruji once, what is the fastest way to attain Krishna? Of course, I was excited. I was thinking like, well, he's going to say like, do your kriya, or do so many rounds of japa, or there's a special sadhana, or something. I don't know. And he just went, patience. Well, patience and love. Patience and love. So Guruji gave maybe one of the most important questions to any spiritual seeker. What is the fastest way to be liberated? What is the fastest way to attain God consciousness? And Guruji he answered that in 3 words: patience and love. Great. So that means just do your japa, do it with love, feel, be patient. Everything else will be taken care of.